All right, so as I'm sure you guys already know by now, tomorrow at 1 p.m., we're going to be getting the very first update for Dig. Over the course of the last 12 hours or so, we've gotten some really good news as well as some kind of bad news. Now, overall, I do feel like I should start off with the bad news, mainly because it's not really all that important. It really depends on who you're asking. But as you guys know, since the game released, on the bottom right-hand corner where it sort of shows all of our random events, the day, the season, there has been this thing right here that says trading globally disabled. During the paid access, you guys probably saw that a lot of us had trading enabled and we were doing a lot of trading, and for the most part it kind of seemed like trading was perfectly fine. Now obviously that was on a much smaller scale, so for the release they did go ahead and disable it and let us know that for the next week they were going to be sort of focusing on making changes to trading as well as, you know, tweaking a couple of things, where then for the first update it would be released alongside whatever new content. Unfortunately, it's now been confirmed that it has been sort of pushed back a little bit. So yes, the unfortunate reality is that we're not going to be getting trading this update. As you can see, here we are in the official Dig Discord server and we're in the announcements channel specifically. Right up here, you'll notice that there is an entire art contest going on, but right under it in sort of kind of like small text, because it sort of like blends in with everything else that's going on here. Number 6, aka Liam, said, "Hey guys, unfortunately we won't be enabling trading this update because we're still working on making sure it's perfect. To compensate, we'll be adding a special limited time boss that periodically spawns across all servers. Stay tuned this Saturday." As a matter of fact, underneath he puts the blood as well as the moon symbol, which you guys probably saw from the title and the thumbnail of this video. Blood moon has been confirmed for this update, and it's sort of what this entire update is kind of themed around. As you can see, here we are on the front page of Dig on the Roblox website, and if you scroll down, there's an event now that's called Blood Moon Event Plus Travelers Update. When you click on this, it obviously confirms that tomorrow at 1 p.m. is when this update will be available, and then at the bottom it just mentions again about the Travelers Update and the Blood Moon event. If we come back over here to the announcements channel, really late at night yesterday, Do Small, aka Const, went ahead and posted saying that he was going to be doing a supernova in 5 minutes. Unfortunately, I wasn't online for that, but I did get a bunch of screenshots from you guys and messages telling me that apparently there was something secret that was going on, but to my knowledge, no one really found anything. It was a very short window and really not a lot of time for people to look for things, which I'm going to be honest, I don't really think there was anything, but I could be completely wrong. But anyways, now we're going to switch over to the sub announcement channel because this one is kind of interesting. It was a picture that was posted on Wednesday by another developer by the name of Vanny. You guys might remember Vanny if you did play Fish, because they were the creator of the Hubert rod that I sort of made an entire April Fool's video on. Now, based off of the reactions, this post didn't really get as much traction as all of the other leaks that I'm going to be showing you guys, but I do want to show you this because there's a couple of things that are kind of interesting. For starters, on Wednesday, it was the first time that we ever got to see this brand new shovel that's been leaked already multiple times. On top of that, we also see a Kai Sinat flag right under. I don't really think that this is related at all to the update. For the most part, it's kind of been like a standing joke throughout all of Nate's games. Like, for example, if you played Fish, once again, inside of the entire Trident area, there was a writing on the wall that mentioned Kai, so this could just be sort of another one of those Easter eggs, but only time will tell. The really important part about all of this is the fact that a lot of announcements have been sent out in-game representing an alien and some type of like invasion or space theme that's been going on. In the game right now, above your name and your level, there's actually these different shovels that represent different things. Like, for example, the blue one means I'm a tester. The purple one means that I had early paid access. Meanwhile, this yellow one means that I basically am part of the shovel club, so I paid Robux for that. But if we come back over here, Vanny has a UFO right there, which is interesting because we do know that there is a limited time boss being added. So I'm assuming that if you take part in more than likely this alien themed or alien invasion themed limited time boss, then you're gonna get that symbol right over your head, or maybe there's some type of quest that we have to complete. But now we switch over to the more recent stuff, and that is obviously inside of the leaks channel. Over here we have pretty much the one that's like the hot topic right now, and that is the interlude. Again, this was posted by Const, aka Do Small, and it's just sort of like a void area that none of us have been able to find. And on the bottom right, you can clearly see that the supernova is activated. So that's sort of what led a lot of people to think, or not really a lot of people to think, they kind of just straight up said it, that there was something secret, and then this was posted. I do think it's kind of unfortunate that I wasn't online at the time when this happened, but hopefully for the update they do it again and I can get a chance at maybe looking around around or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Now, the next image here was posted by Liam. As a matter of fact, both of the next images were posted by him. This one sparked up a little bit of controversy because, for starters, we get a look at the brand new shovel again, which I have to say looks really cool. More than likely going to be a reward from the boss because it does sort of have like this alien theme. But if you notice on the floor, there's kind of like the abundance outline, right? So a lot of people were sort of assuming that there was going to be divine abundances available in either a new area or specifically where this boss was located. Then he posted this image right after, which shows a chest where you can clearly see that the background, even the rocks, are sort of like tinted in red. So my guess is this is going to have to do something with the blood moon. But again, it is sitting on that so-called divine abundance. Now, of course, I did pull up Liam's chat logs inside of the Discord server. And if you look here in the general chat, someone by the name of Metro said, "I'm sorry, but is that a divine rarity abundance?" Where Liam replied to them and actually corrected and said, "It's just the boss." So sad news, there isn't any divine abundances, but rather that whole entire thing that's on the floor is just where this limited time boss is going to be. The real question is though, what exactly is that chest going to do? Obviously, in the current state of the game, the way that rewards work is every time you complete a boss, you just instantly get the rewards added into your inventory. So what exactly could be inside of that chest? Is it just another layer to the rewards? Or are the rewards going to be inside of this chest with basically an RNG chance, meaning that technically speaking, we could continue to farm that limited time boss for an extended period of time, even though we already have all of the rewards for them, and instead just collect these chests inside of our inventory so that way when trading does drop, the chest now holds value, because if you didn't take part in that limited time boss fight, then technically speaking, you weren't able to get any of those rewards. And if you know anything about the trading, you obviously cannot trade shovels or anything other than pretty much just things that you dig. I don't know if that made sense. Maybe I overcomplicated that, but basically just a chance of being able to get the rewards from this limited time boss after it's already gone. Lots of interesting stuff, man. I'm curious to read the comment section on this. I feel like you guys always have some really good theories. Obviously, besides all of this new content, we're probably going to be seeing nerfs and buffs, which, speaking of that, you guys will probably notice that I'm here at the Combat Guild, and there's a specific reason for this. The other day when I made the video talking about the spider location, a lot of people were telling me that it's just not a good method or whatever. I don't really know what you guys were saying, to be honest. Most of the people were correcting me because of the fact that I got the price wrong on this, which is perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure I said that I wasn't 100% sure what it was, but in that video I made it pretty clear that they were going to nerf this. The prices are still the exact same, so the Web's Horn is still 50k. If we open up our journal, Basilisk still the exact same, but Giant Spider has been drastically nerfed. I believe it was 7k all the way up to 12k, and now it's 7k to 9k. Meanwhile, the Basilisk is 7 to 8k. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't feel like this was the right move to do, but that's just my opinion. I don't really know how you guys feel about this. Yes, I'm glad that they didn't add sort of like a cooldown timer every single spawn for the bosses, but I feel like the stats on this just don't really make sense to me. I'm paying double the price to spawn in a spider, but I'm earning a little bit less money at its peak, and I'm also earning a little bit less XP at its peak. Meanwhile, the Basilisk is half the price, and I could be earning more at just the cost of having to run around inside of the Copper Mesa. So it just doesn't really make sense to me. I don't really see how more people aren't complaining about this. Maybe they are and I just haven't seen it, but I definitely want to see what you guys have to say about this in the comment section as well. Regardless of those nerfs and buffs, there still is people very much using this. I haven't really gotten to play much in the last 2 days, so I'm still only level 77. I've made no progress whatsoever in my journal. I've only completed one place, and it's mainly because I spent a good amount of like 3 days just sort of focusing on levels, and then I kind of had to like stop playing for a bit to take care of a couple of other things. But what I'm more than likely going to do is probably for the rest of today, I will try my very best to make that push to level 100, while at the same time also focusing a little bit on my journal to get that done. I know you guys have been asking me for a shovel progress guide and all of that stuff. I really wanted to wait until this first update to do that. I kind of said before that I wanted to wait for all the nerfs and buffs to happen, but I still feel like some of these nerfs and buffs are going to be happening this weekend, and I just genuinely don't want to make like 17 different guides. But either way, man, I'm going to read the comment section. I'll be replying to you guys. I hope all of you have a great 4th of July if you do celebrate that, but that's going to do it for this video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.